Am I audible to all?
Yes, audible. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Basically, it is good afternoon. So sorry for that.
Okay.
It is 3 o'clock right now. Okay. So let us start with our uh, topic today. So we are going to discuss about the interview process. So how we are going to help you with getting ready for different types of interviews that will help you to understand how you will perform for which type of interview. So basically, when you go for an interview in an organization, so there are multiple rounds. Okay, so we are going to understand each particular round and how you will perform, what will be your body language, what type of content will you share, how you will speak. So we are going to discuss all that, okay, during the whole course. So first, let us understand what are interviews. Basically, interviews are a very critical step in the hiring process. It's a two-way conversation where employers evaluate potential candidates and the candidates explore their fit within an organization. So, not just the employers talk about what they want from a candidate, even the candidate also has to check whether I am going to be a good fit, whether I will like the culture, the environment of that organization or not, whether I will be comfortable there or not. Okay, so basically interviews, they go beyond resumes and qualifications. They offer deeper insights into a candidate's skills, their personality, their attitude, and their problem solving abilities. Okay, so it's a 360-degree assessment. So when we talk about interviews, they are from entry level roles to executive positions. Interviews help access the whether a candidate not only has the technical abilities but also has communication, good communication, has good is being able to adapt to the environment, to different types of cultures, has cultural alignment, and which is very necessary for the success. Okay, so this is what interview is all about. So when you go for an interview, the hiring managers are so much experienced, that within 7 to 8 seconds they can easily assess you. They can understand just by your physical appearance. They can easily understand your confidence level. They can understand your body language. They can understand, how you are going to present yourself. They can understand because they are, of course, they are very experienced people. Okay, and they can understand your technical skills as well. So now when we talk about interview skills, interview understanding about what type of skills you will use in what type of interview. So before that, we need to understand that there are three types of interviews. Okay, so first one is your HR interview. Here the HR is interview is usually the first step in that interview process. It is not just a formality. You have to be very careful with that. Okay, it's not just a formality. It's where employers assess whether you are a cultural fit for the company or not. I hope that is clear with everyone. Yes, if it is clear, just give me a thumbs up so that I can understand. We will be open for all your questions and answers at the end. Yes. Okay, then the purpose for a HR interview is to understand the background and career aspirations of the candidate. It is basically to evaluate communication skills and attitude of the candidate, to check how much the candidate is aligned with the company's values, the company's mission, vision. This is very important for all of us to understand that um, during this HR interview, here you have to be very clear about your own personality, your own confidence, so that whatever information you want to share about yourself, you speak it very clearly. During the whole interview process, it is very important. But HR interview is your first round. You have to be very clear with what type of information you want to share with the organization, with the HR manager. Okay, so some normal common questions that the HR guy will ask you, something like, tell me about yourself, then what are your strengths and weaknesses. So before you go for any type of interview, it is very important that you do your SWOT analysis. SWOT: strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat. Yes, so it is very important that you do. So, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are the threats that I might face from other candidates? And what are my opportunities? Opportunity means what are your unique qualities that will give you an edge above other candidates? Okay. During such type of interview, you have to follow some few tips. First is, during the whole interview, not just for this round, during the whole interview process, you have to be very, very honest. And especially for HR interview round, you, because they understand your personality. And if by chance you lie during this round, they can easily understand. There will be lots of cross questioning, and that during that cross questioning itself, that the HR manager will understand, okay, this is not the guy that we are looking for. So be as honest as you can, be confident enough. It is very important that you do your homework before you go for any interview, right? So in homework, what you're going to do a background check of the organization, read about the organization, check their employees, their leadership board, understand the vision and mission of the organization, what are the goals of the organization. Try to do a self mock interview before you go, so that is your practicing. So those things are very, very important. Okay, so again, try to do, that is what I told you, do a well researched process before you go for the interview. Research the organization totally. Then it is important that you show some enthusiasm, show the passion that you want to join the organization. That is very important. It is, yes. See, money is. I'm sorry. Somebody's asking me something. Okay, please mute yourself. If there is any question, you can put it in the chat, or you can wait till the end of the session. Okay. Okay. So when we talk about the enthusiasm, the passion, it is very important. Money is an important factor, yes, but also at the same time, the environment that is there in the organization, the culture that is there, that also affects us. So we should, whenever we go to an organization, whenever we go to a company to work, we should be happy, we should be excited to work that day, right? So you have to understand that it is your duty also to observe everything around you. Okay, it is important that you also ask questions. Usually at the end of the interview, the HR manager will ask you whether you want to ask any questions or not. It is important that you ask. That is why you need to do a research of the organization. Do your homework well, so that you're ready for different types of questions to be asked from the hiring manager. Yes, is this clear for everyone? Okay. So please give me a thumbs up if it is okay. If you have any questions, please put it in the chat box so that I can address them. Okay, your next round is basically your technical interview. Now, this is where all your job related knowledge and your problem solving abilities are going to be tested. Okay, so it could be a written test. It could be if you're a coder, it could be a live coding session. It could be something like case study discussion, or it will be something where there will be a question answer round, technical question answer round. Okay, so it could be anything, basically to understand, to assess your technical knowledge, right? So the purpose of a technical interview is to assess the subject matter expertise. And here the interviewer has to understand your problem solving, your clarity on different types of concepts, how to apply those concepts. All these skills they will try to understand. Yes, they will also try to gauge your ability to learn and adapt to technical challenges. So, in an organization, if you're working in an organization, there are lots of challenges, especially technical challenges that are always there. So, the interviewer wants to know how you are going to face those challenges. That is very important, right? So, that is why technical interviews is one of our very main step, major step in the whole interview process. So here you try to work on, if you are into softwares, you are into coding. So try to understand, that is what, do your homework again. Work on different types of coding tasks. Yes, work on that, understand those things, check out different types of case studies that are there related to your subject. Okay, for case studies for, like, for business consulting, and for business growth. So those are different types of case studies that you can work on. Then look for some domain specific questions. Domain specific, for example, if you're from an engineering background, so your domain is engineering, check out, go do research on Google and search for such type of specific type of questions. If you're from finance, if you're from marketing, you're from design, search such type of questions that the interviewer can ask you. Yes. So here are some tips that you can use. First one is, it is very important that you brush up your concepts and work on some of the recent trends that are there in your field. So of course, every field is evolving, right? And thanks to AI now, there is always some updates in different types of fields across the world. So search or brush up your concepts on that. Read about new trends. Practice your your technical concepts, how you are going to apply them. Do different types of mock test also. It is very important that you get ready. I have seen many people going to an interview and they are not bothered to even read about the company. Don't do that. It is very important that the hiring managers or the head of department, these managers, they also need to understand how much you know about the company, how much are you ready to join the company. Okay. And please, whenever you see a task during such type of technical interviews, don't panic. Okay. If you don't know anything, explain your thought process. It is okay. At the max, they will say no to you. That is okay. But please show or talk about your thought, what is going on in your mind, how you think, if not technically, but how strategically you can work on that problem. Okay, clear now to everyone? That is your technical interview. Next is your behavioral interview. Now, behavioral interview, this interview basically helps the employers understand how you act in real life situations, how you are going to act in real life situations. Okay, for example, under pressure, in a team, or if there is a conflict around you, so how you are going to act. So this is to understand your behavior. Okay, how you're going to be culturally present within the organization. So that is what behavioral interview is, again a very important part for the whole interview process. So the purpose for behavioral interview is to assess emotional intelligence. EI is one of buzzword these days in the interview process, in the among leadership basically. So emotional intelligence and your interpersonal skills are going to help you cross this behavioral interview of an organization. Okay. Basically, again, this behavioral interview is will help the hiring managers understand your past behavior. Okay, how you performed previously under different circumstances in your other organizations. Okay, and from your previous experience, from your past experience, they will try to predict your future performance, how you are going to perform in the organization. Okay, they will check from this behavioral interview how you are going to align with the team dynamics. So, you will be working under a team or in a team rather. So, there are different people from different backgrounds, different ethnicities, different religions, different beliefs. So, how you are going to gel with them? Very, very important. You always have to understand that this is a professional environment, not at all a personal environment. Okay, so understand that how you are going to work in such a dynamics. This type of interview usually helps the organizations or hiring managers to assess you. So one of the very common techniques that the interviewers use is this STAR method. STAR method means situation, S situation, T is task, A is action, and R is result. So this is basically a scenario based question. So here the STAR method is what? It is a scenario based. They will give you a scenario, they will give you a situation. So for example, describe a time when you handled a difficult situation. So they're asking you about your past experiences, right? So describe a situation when you had to meet a tight deadline. Okay, again, this is your past experience, how you came out of that situation, what did you do, and whether the result was good or not. Okay, so all these things will help the interviewer understand how you are going to behave, what will be your future performance, right? So now here's again are some tips. First is you have to use real life examples, even if they are from your college, they are from your internships, or from the from where you started your career. No problem, give real life situations, very very important. Then reflect on challenges and how you overcame them. So there are different types of challenges that you might have faced, professional challenges that you might have faced, and how you overcame them. Talk about that, give an understanding that how that situation affected you, and then how you came out of it. Okay, show some accountability about what did you learn from that situation, and how you came out. That means what is your problem solving mindset working, how is it working. You have a problem solving mindset, very important. That is what behavior interview is all about, to understand your problem solving mindset. Okay, keep talk about result oriented answers, where you're giving out results, you're talking about the results. That situation was bad, this is what I did, and this was the result. Okay, clear now for everyone? So that is what is your behavioral interview. Okay, so again we are going to do a quick round of summary here, what all we have discussed. We have discussed about HR interviews. So HR interviews here, they need, this interview will show your personality. Okay, technical interview, this is where you are going to prove your skills, that yes, I have these skills which will get me the job. Behavioral interview is where you will demonstrate your professional maturity. That is what behavioral interview is all about. Okay, you have to approach each round with preparation, with clarity, and with confidence. Don't forget, very very important. Preparation, clarity. Preparation is what? Do a background research, understand the company, understand how much your goals align with the company's goals. Do check, work on your technical skills, work on your confidence level. Okay, then your clarity, how much you want to work for that organization. Okay, and your confidence level. Of course, for any type of interview, the first thing that the hiring manager will notice is your confidence, just with from your physical appearance. Clear? Yes. Okay, nowadays thanks to online conversations, now lots of interviews, lots of companies are doing online interviews before they ask you to meet in person. Okay, so you might have also, if you have already applied to different organizations, you might have come across such type of process also. So first will be telephonic round, then you will have online interviews, right? So these interviews are being conducted on different platforms depending on the company's requirement, like Zoom, Google Meet, all these things. Here, but the problem here is only your face is visible, right? Right now also you can only see my face, not my whole body. But this is again is what should we say, is financially viable for the organization, and it is good for the candidate also. If you pass the online interview, then only they will call you for a in person interview, right? Otherwise they will not. So unnecessarily going to that place and then waiting there taking the interview, so that will also help you out to first clear the online interview. If you pass, then only you have to go, right? So here there are few things, because the companies will send you links, right, to attend the online interview. So please, it is my request, if for example if the interview is at 12 o'clock, then please join it at least 10 minutes before, so that you can check the technology, whether your camera is working, your voice, your mic is working, and if they ask you to share your screen, whether that button is working or not. So work on all that. And it is very important that you keep your camera on. Okay. Whenever your camera is on, the interviewer can see you. So always have eye contact for all your interviews, your physical interviews, also one-on-one interview, your when you go in person for interviews. Obviously you have to be very very confident. When I say confidence, what does it mean? That you're talking to the person with eye contact. Maintain eye contact even during your online interviews also. Okay. And the background, make it plain background, right? Also ensure that you have good environment around you, the lighting is good, there is not much sound around you, right? So make it very very easy for the mind, for the eyes, and for the ears of the interviewer. Okay. So that online interview can be any type of interview. They can ask you questions like, tell me something about yourself, what do you know about the company, or how do you see yourself in the next 5 years from now. Okay, tell me your strengths and weaknesses. So this is what we are this online interview will help the company understand whether you are eligible for the next round or not. That is where you might have to go for the to the company's location for the interview. Okay. Then we have panel interviews. Usually these panel interviews happens for the C-suite employees. Okay, CEOs, CFOs, CMOs and all, or MDs. Okay. And for directors basically. Also when you have this campus recruitment also, that time as well we have panel interviews. So what is a panel interview? Here a panel will sit in front of you. Panel means a body of interviewers. There will be 3 to 4 people or maybe more. Okay, so here multiple interviewers are going to assess you at the same time. They will be in the same room and you are going to sit there in front of them. Okay. All these interviews, government offices, when you apply to these like UPSC exams are there, other Rajasthan exams is there, Rajasthan state, then you have I think Maharashtra state. So every state, every government interview is where you have a panel interview there. Okay, multiple people will sit and they will assess you. Here you have to understand that there are at least 7 to 8 people who are assessing you. Maybe more, maybe 3 to 4, maybe more than that. It depends. Okay, so they are assessing your every move is getting noticed. How someone is noticing your body language, someone is noticing your confidence level, someone is noticing your technical skills, right? So all these things are being assessed at the same time. Have to maintain eye contact with everyone, not just with the person who asked you a question. right? With everyone, you have to maintain that eye contact. You have to stay very, very composed. Keep your body very, very straight. Yeah, don't be very hard also on yourself. Be very, very easy, but at the same time, do not slouch like this. Okay, keep your back straight. Okay, compose yourself. Stay composed. Very important. And you have to acknowledge every interviewer. Either when you enter the room, you need to handshake with everyone. Clear? So these are few things that you need to understand. You have to acknowledge each of the member in that panel. So here are some tips. So that is what, understand if you can get the information. Who are going to be in the panel? Who all people are going to be in the panel? If you can get that information, it is good enough. But usually that information is not shared with anyone. Okay, but yes, you can think about that one HR manager will be there, one HOD will be there, one technical person will be there, right? So, and there might be the CEO of the organization also. So you can, it is obvious that these people might be there. So you can learn about them, right? Then that is what, have eye contact with everyone. If one person at the end of the panel has asked you a question, look at everyone while answering. Okay, nobody should feel left behind. Then you have to understand, that is what I told you before also, that each interviewer is assessing you for one or the different aspect of your process, interview process. Okay, you, it's now sometimes what happens, these panel interviewers, they ask simultaneously, they ask lots of questions. Okay, so you have to keep your mind very, very fresh, very, very active. That okay, first I will answer all the questions one by one, one by one. They will ask all the questions, they might not repeat the questions. So you have to keep in mind all the questions, answer them one by one by looking at each one of them. Okay, that is stress handling. They are pressurizing you, but still you have to keep your cool. Clear for everyone? So that is your panel interview. Then you have one-on-one interviews. So this is basically most of the companies, they go for one-on-one interviews, for HR round, technical round, behavioral round, depends. So usually this is what happens in many of the organizations. So one-on-one interview is where you have direct conversation with the hiring manager. Okay, here that one person is going to, is going to assess you for everything. A high focus will be there on you. Okay, because only you are there and that person is there. That person is going to focus everything on you. Okay, so here, try to have a very comfortable conversation. Don't be too casual also, be formal, but try to have a very comfortable conversation, that is building rapport with your hiring manager. Okay, you have to be very, very crisp in giving your answers. Too long answers or too short answers is not what is required. So understand how much you need to speak. If you're speaking for a longer duration, uh, there are chances that the company might not hire you. Only speak for the exact requirement. Okay, otherwise unnecessarily they will ask you lots of questions. They will keep on asking you questions if you speak more. Okay, be as crisp as you can. Give short answers and have lots of engaging questions, answers, engaging conversations. Okay, so that will where you will engage with the interviewer. Okay, so this is very important on your one-on-one meetings. Again, for every interview, it is important that you do your homework, that is research, do mock interviews for yourself, stand in front of the mirror and try to speak, give your self introduction, right? So when you stand in front of the mirror, that confidence level boost. You will see how you look like, how you stand, how you sit. So those things are very important. And when you are actually performing in front of the interviewer, you will understand how this is what my facial expressions will look like. This is how my body language must be looking like, because you have already noticed yourself in front of the mirror. Okay, so these are again very important. Then we have the sorry, then we have the self introduction practice. So here you are going to practice, this is what I was telling you before also. So you need to be ready that the company might go for online, they might go for online interviews, they might go for panel interviews, or they might go for one-on-one. You don't know. You will, if you get selected for the next round, you will be told that we are going to have a panel interview, or there will be a one-on-one interview for this and this, or there can be a surprise also. They might not even tell you at all. So you have to be ready for everything. So first is online. Here you are going to again work on the technology. Join 10 minutes before, understand whether your camera, your mic, everything is working normally or not. Then for the panel interviews, do a research on the background of the, if you get to know about the people who are there in the panel. Okay, be very very confident, because lots of people are assessing you at one time. Okay, try to have a eye contact with everyone, address everyone, acknowledge everyone. Okay, for one on one, have to try to have a very very comfortable connection with your interviewer. Okay, provide crisp and concise answers only. Do not give the interviewer the opportunity to ask you questions, more and more questions. Don't give them that opportunity. Okay, I hope till now it is clear. Yes. So now, one of the very important question is what basically is the question where the interviewer asks about you. Tell me something about you, right? This is a very, and many people, they don't like, even I don't like this question at all. Here I have to give some information about me. I don't like this. But this is how the interview works. Because this question gives a understanding about you as a person, as a professional employee, maybe a future professional employee for that organization. Okay, so it is very important that you have an understanding about what you're going to share for this question. Tell me something about yourself. Okay, so here we follow a formula that is present, past, future. Okay, so present means you are going to talk about your what you are doing presently, currently what you are doing. Okay, then talk about your past work. Only talk about the result oriented, where you actually achieved that goal, where you actually achieved that result. Talk about that part only in your past. Okay, and then talk about the future. Future means what will you bring to the table in this organization. Clear? So this is present, past and future. Let us understand this by a example. 1 second. Yes, here it is. Okay. Good morning. My name is Alex. I recently graduated with a degree in computer science. During my studies, I completed an internship in this company where I worked on software development projects. So now, present was that she recently got graduated with computer science degree, and now she has in the she's talking about past, that she has done an internship in this organization and has worked on these type of projects. And I have now talking about the skills. I have strong skills in Python and Java, and I enjoy problem solving. Then future, I am excited about this role because it aligns with my passion for coding and innovation. Clear? So this is very short. You can increase it a more, okay, because this is a fresher. But depending on your experience, you can increase it a more, not a problem, but keep it very concise, crisp and concise. You might only get 1 to 2 minutes to talk about your introduction. Okay, clear? So now when we talk about about self introduction, about yourself, there are few tips that I am going to discuss with you. If you are a fresher, okay, then focus on academic projects, internships, and your soft skills. Okay. Then if you have experience, then talk about or highlight your achievements, highlight your leadership skills and your domain expertise, that is your technical skills. Okay. And if you are switching your career, there are many people who are switching, who wants to switch their career from, so suppose if you are from HR background, now you want to shift to marketing, or if you are from marketing background, you want to shift to finance or coding or design. Okay. So emphasize your transferable skills, that I was this, but I was also handling some duties of my future domain, and I got excited about it, so now I want to shift to that domain. Okay. So your motivation to switch, why are you shifting to that domain? Okay, that is very important. And with that, you will talk about the skills that you have, the technical skills, soft skills, very important. Okay, tech and soft skills everywhere you are going to put. Clear? Okay. So whenever you're working on your self introduction here, few things you have to keep in your mind. Smile. In any type of interview, you have to smile. Okay, because it shows confident enough. Keep your introduction short. Okay, keep it very concise. Look into the eyes of the interviewer. Talk about your qualifications, talk about your skills. Okay, there are going to be lots of follow-up questions. They will ask you, what did you do in your past organization? You were talking about some projects, so tell us about this project. So there are going to be couple of follow-up questions on that. And you have to please understand, chivalry always is the best way to get in the way. Best way to get in the way, what does it mean? That you have to show your manners and get in the hiring process, in the hiring way. Very, very important. Okay, your manners speak a lot. How you sit, how you greet the interviewer. Okay, when you're going out, what will be your salutations? So all that, those things are very, very important. Okay, so greeting is good morning, I am, or say my name is this. Okay, talk about your background, so what you have done, how many years of experience do you have. Then talk about your skills. Okay, you have these and these hard tech or and soft skills. Okay, then give closing statement. Closing statement is where you will talk about the future. Okay, clear for everyone? Okay, now it is important that we do a role play where you are going to introduce yourself for 1 or 2 minutes. Are we all in for that? Anyone who wants to share something here? Yes, anyone? Yes, Krishna, please. You can unmute yourself. Krishna, you raised your hand for the role play, or if you have any question, please let me know.
मैम इससे रोल क्या क्या होते हैं, मतलब
I'm sorry.
रोल क्या क्या है उसमें, रोल जो होते हैं उसमें दिखाता है किरदार।
कृष्णा, आई कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड यू. आप क्या बोल रहे हो? रोल में आप कैन यू प्लीज राइट इट डाउन इन द चैट? That will be clearer for me. Krishna, if you can write it in the chat, I will understand it. I'll try to reply. Anyone who is up for the role play? Okay, so let me share how you are going to perform in your self introduction. So for if you are a coder, okay, so this example is for a coder. So you will say good morning and thank you for the opportunity. My name is Shivalika Raj and I have say 2 years of experience in coding. I hold a degree in say what JavaScript, then React .js and Node. I graduated with BTech in computer science and from Guru Govind Institute, where I built a strong foundation in algorithms, in data structures, and object oriented programming. So, here what I did till now, I talked about my work experience. Okay. I talked about where I graduated from. I talked about my technical skills. Okay. And I talked about what I have understood, I am working on till now. Then I began my career in XYZ company, where I was part of the front end development team. I worked on a scalable e-commerce platform, improving the UI responsiveness and reducing the load time by 30%. Now, what I did here, I am talking about my past experience, result oriented experience. I'm talking about result oriented. Result oriented was that I increased the responsiveness of a particular website. Okay, and I was working in this team. I'm talking about front end development team. So I am giving an understanding to the interviewer that this is what I was doing before in that organization, and you gave a result also. Result was that I made the UI responsive and reduced the load time of the website. Okay. Then you can talk. I enjoy most about coding is the problem solving aspect. Problem solving aspect. Skill. This is a soft skill. You talked about your tech skills, right? Now it is time for your soft skills. Okay. So because of the problem solving aspect, it's like a puzzle for me. I recently contributed to an internal tool that automated deployment pipelines that you are talking about, few of the technical um, part of your work. Okay. Then now you're going to talk about the future aspect. I am particularly excited about the opportunity at your company, or you can put the name also of the company, because of your focus on building scalable and high impact applications. I am eager to contribute my coding skills, learn from experienced mentors, and grow into a full stack role over time. Now, what I do, I'm talking about my future in your organization, how your organization will help me grow. Okay. Now, I believe my experience with modern web technologies and my passion for clean code aligns with your team's needs. Now, till now, I was talking about how the company will help me grow. Now, I'm talking about how I will also help. So it's a give and take relationship, right? So now I'm telling you that my coding skills, my tech skills will help you and your team to grow, to gain success. Clear for everyone? Okay. So this is what we are discussing on for during our self introduction. Clear for everyone? Now we are open for all your questions. Krishna, if you have questions, Krishna, if you are there, please put it in the chat because I am not able to understand. आप क्या कह रहे हो मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा. Please put it in the chat box. Okay. So please, we are open for all your questions. If you have any questions, please let me know. Yes, Randhir, any questions? Sahana, Deepa, I hope that's understood. A bit of interaction will be good for me also.
Yeah. So, hello, ma'am. I think the session was informative so far. So I
Thank
think
you.
it is information for us. So we will keep these tips in mind when we are approaching an interview. And yeah, it's been good so far. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Randhir. Sahana, Deepak, anything from your end?
Ma'am, just wanted to know if this presentation or recording would be made available for the participants
Yes, yes, yes. It will be available on YouTube.
on YouTube, is it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And how do I get the link, ma'am, to access this recording?
I think if you search on YouTube itself for interview process by Henry Harvin, you will get the link. Very easily, you will get the link.
All right.
And
Yeah.
for the latest, you can put the date also, and you can check. It
Okay.
will take
Okay.
at least, I think, 1 or 2 days, but it will get uploaded. I think within a day, it will get uploaded.
All right, ma'am. Thank
Yes.
you very much.
Yes. Anyone else? Sahana, Deepak, Krishna, if you have, again, I'm repeating Krishna, if you have questions, you can please put it in the chat. Deep Saravanan, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything,
Deepa.
any,
Deepa
yes,
Saravanan.
Deepa
Yes.
Saravanan. Okay, very nice name. Okay,
Thank
so any doubts from your end, Deepa Saravanan?
No, ma'am. No doubt.
No? All
Yes.
clear?
Yes,
Great,
clear.
great. Okay, so all the best to everyone. I hope these tips have helped you a lot. We will catch up with other tips also for the interview process about how, because see, interviews doesn't just get over at this stage. There are lots of work that you have to do. So we are going to discuss them also in the next session as well. Okay. So
Sure.
thank you
Sure,
so
ma'am.
much. Thank you so
Thank
much.
yeah, thank
Yes, Deepak.
yeah, thank you, madam.
Thank you,
Madam,
ma'am.
Thank you.
interviews. Yes, I'm telling you, interview is already given, but sometimes interviewer with the interviewer taking some issues like the advanced technical and more expertise like required. So how to face that time and resolve the issue?
Okay, so you are just let me know if I heard you correctly. You are saying that you don't have, if by chance
Yeah,
there
yeah,
is an interview and you don't have the expertise for that,
yes, yes,
then what you do, what you have to do, right?
yes, yes,
Yes, okay. So first thing is, see, of course, if the company has asked, for example, if the company asked for 2 years experience or 5 years experience person or a 10 years experience person, apply to the organization accordingly. Okay,
yeah,
because if you don't have that much years of experience in your resume itself, you will not get accepted. If your resume doesn't show that you have these many years of experience, you will not get accepted. But by any chance, if you do, if you get accepted and you are called for the interview, so don't worry, that is what I told you. Even we have discussed this point also in our session today. If you don't have the tech skills, or maybe you have the tech skills, you are just you are a bit underconfident or you are scared. Okay, don't worry, talk about it strategically. Give your response strategically. How you will solve that problem, even if it is a technical problem, not a issue. Just talk about how you will solve it strategically.
okay,
Okay, that is very important. Do not lose your confidence in that situation.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, and
yeah,
in the last part of the interview, tell them that I might not have the required experience or maybe few of these skills, but I am ready to learn. Companies look for people who have the ability to learn new things, upgrade themselves. Companies support such employees. So I'm ready to learn new skills. I'm also always available. Doesn't matter what the scenario is. So what happened here? You gave the company to the opportunity to understand that you are available for learning.
yes,
Right?
yes,
You will get molded by the organization in such a way that you become a integral part of the company in that scenario. Okay, so
yeah,
many hiring managers, they look for that type of skill as well.
yeah.
Yes, Deepak.
In the conversation. Thank you, madam.
Yes, yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Any other questions? No, all clear? Okay. Okay, then I hope we will meet again next time. And we are going to discuss in the next session, we will discuss about your elevator pitch. Okay, so that means how you are going to sell yourself in the interview. Very important. Okay, so interview is what? We are selling ourselves to the organization. We are giving our best outputs to the organization. So how we are going to do that? So that is what we are going to learn. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye and take care. All the best.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.